No. Nobody in my family came into therapy with me, not even when I was at St. Albans that I remember. Stella Cranwell came with Corky and we did a therapy session. Good, caring people. So connecting the feelings and the emotion with the words. I think it's like Aristotle says, you can be angry, but you have to be angry in the right measure at the right time with the right person. Thank goodness for Kent being a role model. You know, he kind of held the fort for me all these years. I never thought he would leave. I mean, he was always there. And then I go back when I'm 40 and I'm like, hey. And he's like, hey, I got leukemia. Just never even occurred to me that he could have died. So at least I got to see him for a little bit. But anyway, I decided to take a trip down to Roanoke and take my purple dogs. And we did. And so I gave my dad a call. I said, you want to go for a walk? We used to go for walks when I was a teenager. And he did a lot. I mean, when I won the bikini contest, he picked my boyfriend and me up at the airport. That was a memorable trip. Anyway, so he did a lot of stuff, but he just couldn't do some stuff because of his illness. He was so scared. He's like, I'm going to call the police if you come. I'm like, you've been to my house for dinners with my ex-husband. It's just the whole thing. I was like, it was bizarre. It's like I called him. I thought, well, he always likes to go to dinner or something like that. But for some reason, he must have been having a really bad day. Or maybe he didn't want to hear what I had to say, which was the truth. And he doesn't want to deal with the truth because he lives in some kind of delusional thinking, I think. He definitely doesn't deal with it, or he would have talked to us, the children, and explained what happened. But he can't do it. So we all just have separated. And I was really mad at my mom. I thought she caused it all because Dad sat me at the table and he said, your mom is crazy. And I was like, I don't know, 15 or 16, 17. And so I felt safe with my dad because they had the farm and the money, and my mom had been mean to me. Dad was mean to me in a way that was indescribable, the things he did. He had dated a model, so it was so weird when I was a model, he took my photograph to all of his employee people. I was like, it's just inappropriate. You shouldn't be showing your daughter off in high heels and a red dress. It seemed very inappropriate to me. But the thing about people that have the power, like the adults, and when they're doing something wrong, like Jeffrey Einstein, what was his name? The guy that was abusing all the kids and girls. You hear it. And it doesn't feel or sound right, but because maybe they're in a trusted position, employer, father, that you accept that's the right way. So thank goodness I got the help that I got to know that it's not right. And you guys can never talk to me again. Even my kids. You don't ever have to talk to me again. That's okay. But when you open your eyes and you see what really happened, you will be sorry you didn't have a relationship with me because I love you. You will. You don't see what's going on yet. You will maybe in your 40s or 50s. I know I disliked my mom until I was in my 40s, and then my eyes opened and I realized what my dad had done to her that made her behave or because of her illness. It didn't make her behave, but it affected her illness. And same with him. What my mom's illness was, her rigidity, her OCD, her inability to express emotions, because she's also a drinker. She got that from her parents. But when she got on Wellbutrin, the drinking stopped, the smoking stopped. She was much more available for conversation. She was less OCD. She poured her OCD into her projects. She was very detailed with all her crafts, with chair caning, embroidery, cross stitch. Oh my God, these things had amazing directions that she could follow. But she was also inventive and creative. If I wanted a skirt, she would show me how she loved me just by spending the time to make my skirt. And that was the way she showed love, because she wasn't real comfortable with touch.